message, Commissioner. Over and clear.
What was that on the short wave, Dad?
Commissioner Morris. He called to relay a message from Professor Erskine. You remember him, Coffstein?
Of course, Dob. The famous astronomer from America.
That's right. Only now he's in Nepal for the moment.
Nepal? I don't think I ever heard of it.
A personally discouraging admission from one I should like to regard as an accomplished student of geography. The independent state of Nepal, Little Saab, is to be found on India's northeastern frontier. It comprises some 54,000 square miles and boasts a population of approximately 5.5 million, and is the southwestern approach to the mountains of the Himalayan range, some of the world's highest.
Oh, that Nepal. Sure, everybody knows that. What's Professor Erskine doing there, Dad?
Well, the message didn't say. Only he's setting up some kind of a camp at Mount Tangchapur. And he wants us to meet him there before the week is over.
Us?
Well, the family. He thinks we should have a vacation.
You said it. Come on, Tama, let's pack.
Just a minute, Skip. Don't forget to pack your geography book.
Oh, yes, sir.
Glad to be here.
By George, I was beginning to fear you'd decide against the trip and I'd have to show off without you.
So I noticed. What's the hurry?
Well, I'm on my way to make a field study of a solar eclipse. A total one, Jim. A complete blackout. There won't be another like it in 92 years.
What's a solar eclipse, Professor?
A solar eclipse, son, is caused by the moon at the new phase coming between it and the Earth, depriving us of its light for a short period. It's a spectacle few people are privileged to see.
Oh, nice of you to invite us.
Well, I'm afraid the invitation is prompted by an ulterior motive.
How do you mean, Professor?
I intend to view this and study this eclipse from Mount Shandu.
You mean the one we call the Lost Mountain?
Yes, according to my calculations made over the last 10 years, this eclipse will best be viewed and photographed from there. But there isn't a native guide who will take me within a mile of it for love or money, assuming that he knows how to find it.
How come?
They believe it to be haunted by the spirits of those who died in the avalanches.
Indeed, Professor. You were fortunate to obtain porters.
Well, I haven't bothered to tell them where we're headed. Only the head man, Shalom. And he seems completely without fear. Educated far beyond his station in life. The eclipse will take place 1 week from tomorrow, on the dot of noon. Failing your arrival, I'd had no choice but to start for Mount Shandu today, on my own, with little chance of success, despite the fact that I have a map.
A map?
Yes, the only one in existence, drawn from memory by a Buddhist monk known to have located years ago. It's in the tent. Come on, I'll show it to you. we come, Jim?
Oh, better than 3/4 of the way. If the map is right, we should sight Mount Chandu first thing in the morning.
Well, that's splendid. There's still 2 days before the eclipse, which gives us plenty of time.
Providing our luck continues to hold and we encounter no obstacles.
Obstacles? What kind?
Well, there's always a danger of sliding rock and avalanche.
Not to mention the ghosts of Mount Chandu, who are certain to block our passage.
Oh, the ghosts. Sure, I forgot about them. We aren't afraid of ghosts, are we, Tambo? What was that?
The wind.
Didn't sound like wind to me. Sounded more like a signal horn.
Me also, Saab.
Perhaps the ghosts of Mount Chandu have seen our campfires and are warning us away.
There's no such things as ghosts. Is there?
Of course not. I was just making a little joke.
Our porters don't seem to be entertained, Professor.
What is it, Geelong?
These, so it would appear at this moment.
At any moment. It's curious you should identify that sound as that of a signal horn.
Why do you say that?
There's an old legend that these mountains contain a hidden and long-forgotten city, inhabited solely by an ancient religious order of sun worshippers. They blow those horns to frighten away the evils of the night.
I recall the legend, Saab Jim. It was told me as a child. The city was named Kawati, I believe. The religious order, Lamanites.
Correct. Explorers have searched for it through the ages, in vain.
Gee, Professor, wouldn't it be terrific if we were the ones to find it?
It certainly would. Inasmuch as Kawati is considered more of a fantasy than a fact. Gone? But they can't be.
1,000 pardons, Saab. But the miserable fools must have stolen away in the night while I slept.
This is one-time superstitious fear. Beat the power of money, Professor.
Evidently.
I shall never forgive myself for failing to keep a vigil.
Well, it's not your fault. You have to sleep sometime. What now? Can we make it without them?
I don't see why not. We'll abandon all we can't carry and just take the things we need.
That means the food and my observation equipment.
Okay, Professor. You pick it and we'll pack it.
Climbing to last the rest of my life. When do we hit Mount Chandu, Dad?
We've been climbing it for the last 2 hours.
You mean we're here?
Almost. I suppose you'd want to study the eclipse.
It will be some hours before the others rejoin us.
How come you weren't afraid to come to Mount Chandu?
Because there is nothing to fear.
How about that sound we heard? You think it was really a horn like Dad said?
I know it was.
You do? How?
Because the hidden city of Kawati is not fantasy, but fact. And not too far from here.
No kidding.
Would you like to see it?
Would I? Let's go. Looks like we've hit a dead end.
Not so, little Saab.
Could have gone.
Maybe they just wandered off to look at the scenery.
Could be. Skipper! Skipper! Geelong! 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 Skipper!
Maybe the trail ends here.
Don't be too sure.
Well, bless my soul.
Do you suppose Skipper and Jalone could be there? Somewhere else in the city?
You are free to search it.
Thanks. We will.
It's no use, Jim. We've searched this village from end to end. We've interrogated every native.
Skipper's tracks led straight to that tunnel. He must be here somewhere.
But where?
I don't know. But we're not leaving here until we look in every nook and corner.
Tamba.
So nobody in this village has seen Skipper, eh?
Somebody's lying, but why?
We'll find out.
Wait a moment, son. There seems to be something in Tamba's hand.
What is it, Jim?
It's a note from Skipper. Dear Dad, if Tamba finds you, follow him back to the hidden city of Coati. It's real. I'm being held prisoner by the sun worshippers. They want to make me their new leader.
Skipper?
There's more. The ceremony takes place at high noon tomorrow in the courtyard behind the temple. If you don't get me before then, it'll be too late.
This is outrageous. We'll go straight back to that head man and demand Skipper's release.
Is that wise? He doubtless denied any knowledge of his whereabouts as before, and keep him hidden from us until after the ceremony and we left Coati.
Kasim is right. I've got a better idea. Let's see if we can't find that courtyard.